I've got just a quick presentation for you guys today. I came home and my internet was dead. So this whole time I've been running around in the background, literally trying to find internet. So my amazing neighbor said, "Come on over," and so I've been setting up in the background. Um, but I have a live stream right after this. So thank you guys so much for giving me the opportunity. I will try to keep it quick. And I'll share my screen here and we'll get going. Only one screen to share. I'm not used to that. Okay. All right. So let me hit the present button. Okay. And let me just minimize Zoom here. And let's go. So I'm going to talk about supercharging your brand and how to harness AI to skyrocket your Amazon sales today. I'm excited to teach you guys some things about that. Let's get into it. I'm a seven-figure seller. I'm an inventor and a multiple patent holder. I'm a product development and sourcing expert. You know, as Yulia mentioned, I co-founded Evo Latam, the only multi-category trade show in Latin America. I'm also the co-host of the Seller Roundtable podcast, and I own a marketing and consulting firm called Amazing at Home. I love marketing. I'm a nerd about it. If I had to go back to school, I would I would learn, I would do marketing all over again, right? Luckily now I get to teach marketing at a lot of local business organizations, and I just wrote a book, E-commerce Marketing 101. I have a military background. I spent 18 years in the U.S. Air Force, and I've helped thousands of brands launch their products on Amazon and beyond, and other retail channels. So enough about me. Let's talk about you guys and what we can do with your brands. Let's move. All right. So I'm going to talk about today how you can use AI for product research and development, for advertising and PPC, for your product images and your graphics, and for growing your brand off of Amazon. And I'm going to do all that in 10 minutes. So here we go. So AI, I know a lot, there's been a lot of like e-commerce webinars and stuff about AI. And, you know, it's all about like use ChatGPT to write your Amazon listing, do, you know, that kind of stuff. And that's great. But AI is so much more capable than that, right? It's great for content. I use it every single day for that. But you can actually use it to visually represent products, and you can use it for product development, product research. It is absolutely mind blowing what you can do with it. You can see these pictures on the far right. This is from one of my favorite articles, from a guy named Viral Spinu, who wrote about actually using ChatGPT to come up with logos and brand development and storefronts. And this was packaging that came out of ChatGPT's description for a packaging for a really cool, like modern dairy brand. Can you imagine selling milk in these kind of packaging, right? So this is the kind of stuff that you can do. And I've used it for clients to create packaging that, you know, I had one client selling chocolates, and he was wanting to sell like one or two chocolates in a box. And the box that he had was just kind of like plain with gold lettering. And I asked ChatGPT to redescribe that box. I talked about his brand, everything. I gave it context. I asked ChatGPT to redescribe that box and make it look like a luxury Tiffany box. Something that you would get, that you would just get so excited when you saw the box, and that would just pop off the page on Amazon. And what came out in Midjourney was absolutely incredible. Like just this brown and bright turquoise blues and gold embossing, and just incredible. I would be so excited to get a box like that and find chocolates inside. So there's so much that you can do with it, and you don't want to sit on it, guys, because it really, this is your competition is taking advantage of it. And you know, you're going to start seeing content and images and even products that are developed that are absolutely mind blowing. So, you know, we need to not sleep on this. We need to learn how to use these tools so that we can do this for our brands and keep up with our competition and what's coming. So what can you do? You can visually represent your wildest dreams. This gold and black box over here was actually a client that I have that sells really high-end foods. He imports really high-end foods, but he was just kind of delivering them in a regular box. And I said, nope, we gotta change that up. So we redesigned the packaging to make it look like really luxury high-end. We redesigned the garlic press. in our mastermind group, we came together and we put in a normal garlic pressed listing into ChatGPT, and we asked ChatGPT to completely reimagine the garlic press and how it would work, including website mockups, everything. We did it all in a matter of an hour. So these are things that used to take years, and now you can do in a very short period of time. This third one over here to the right is actually a product that I've been working on for years. I'm in the pet space, and I was working on a solution for dog poop cleanup. Okay, and this is actually a robotic dog poop picker upper that I designed in a few hours. Something that I've been working on for years, I designed in a few hours, including the visual mock-ups, all of the internal representations of that product, everything, so that I could hand it over to a product designer. And the patent claims, I wrote those utilizing ChatGPT, and then all of these mockups and everything. I used AI imagery tools. So there's so much you can do with this, guys. I'm going to talk a little bit about how you even get started with that. Obviously, I can't get deep in depth today of step by step, um, but I can show you kind of how you get started. So basically, the two tools that are really easy to use for all of this that I'm talking about today are ChatGPT and Midjourney. ChatGPT is a language model. It what it means by a language model is it actually learns by reading and listening, and it can make recommendations. It can understand. So you can talk to it just like a normal person, but it's an expert. It's read everything on the internet up until September 2021. So you can really just have conversations, and it can help you develop innovative products. I actually developed a product this morning with ChatGPT. I had an idea in my head that was related to a pain point, and I came up with a new board game idea this morning. So it was really, really cool just having this conversation with my friend ChatGPT. You can sign up for ChatGPT Plus. It is free to use, and you just go to chat.openai.com, and you can sign up for ChatGPT Plus, which gives you access to the latest models, and that's $20 a month. So you can check that out. And then Midjourney, it used to be free, but now it is a minimum of $8 to generate images. And that works inside of Discord. So Discord is a chat bot, right? So you go inside, or chat server, excuse me, you go inside of Discord and you can communicate with Midjourney. If you just go to the Midjourney website, midjourney.com, it walks you through how to do that step by step. It has really great helpful documents, everything. So let's talk about prompting. So prompting is how you talk to AI, and it's very, very important to learn how to talk to this intelligent being, this artificial intelligence, because it's going to give you a better result. I was mentoring at Geekdom this weekend, which is a local San Antonio organization helping entrepreneurs. I was mentoring new entrepreneurs coming up with new business ideas, and someone else said, "Oh, I can come up with this pitch. I'll use ChatGPT to come up with the pitch." And it asked ChatGPT for a pitch, but didn't provide much context. And what came out was actually a very kind of basic pitch. And so I was like, "Let me try it." And I talked to ChatGPT. I said, "Okay, I'm this business. I'm this person. I'm trying to start this business called this. What we're doing in this business is X, Y, and Z. The target audience we're trying to attract is X, Y, and Z. What we're trying to do is come up with a pitch that most Americans don't know about this product because it's in Europe. It's based in Europe. So how can we get them excited about it? Can you help me write a pitch that will help Americans get excited about this thing that they don't know about in Europe and participating in this experience in America?" And it came out with this whole huge, like, just amazing thing. And compared to the initial prompt that the other person gave, it was night and day. So it's important. Don't say, "Give me product ideas." Instead, say, "I'm starting a business. We sell X type of products to X type of customer on X platform. We want to do X." And then finally, ask the right experts. inside of artificial intelligence, you can give it a persona. So you can say, I want to talk to this a product developer. I want to talk to you as a marketing expert. You can even ask it to act as a wellness expert. Yeah, there's so many cool things that you can do with it. But remember, and if you're not sure if you can do that, just ask it. Say, hey, can you act as a marketing expert? Can you act as a wellness coach? Can you, and help me with this? Or how would you do this? Or how would I use ChatGPT for this? And it will tell you. It's really, really incredible. All right. So let's talk about Midjourney prompts. So this is inside of that Discord. Midjourney is that AI image tool, and when you're using Midjourney, you can see these pictures here. I tried to use an existing image, and I said put this product put the object in this image inside of a laundry room. And look what it spit out. That was a hot mess. So one thing to note is that Midjourney is not good at taking existing images and changing them. But what you can do is you can put an image into it and ask it to describe it, and then use that prompt to make a new image, or you can create a new image on your own. So I'm going to give you some tips on that. But the order matters. So if you say put a litter box in the laundry room, it's going to take you literally. And then you can use ChatGPT for help, you know, and then use Explore for inspiration. So what I do is once I go on midjourney.com and I click on Explore, and everybody's photos are there. And when you click on one of the photos, it'll show the prompt that they used to create that photo. And I'll just copy that prompt out and I'll change it to what I want to use. Like the other day, I saw a beautiful picture of limes, like a bunch of different limes. And I was like, ooh, I wonder if I could do that with roses. So I just grabbed that prompt and I changed it from limes to roses. And it worked really, really great. So that's another great way to kind of learn different prompts and all of that. All right, moving on.
I have a Google sheet with Amazon pay-per-click advertising data.
Oh,
How can I get you to?
so I don't know if you guys can hear that. Basically, PPC. If you want to use ChatGPT to optimize your PPC campaigns. So my friend Barkus was asking this in our Amazon Mastermind chat group the other day, and he was like, "Man, I'm trying to feed my advertising data into ChatGPT, and it's kind of a mess." So I explained you could actually use the developer mode. You can use the API inside of Google Sheets, and it's really, really easy. Even if you're not a super techie person, ChatGPT will actually give you the exact step by steps and what to copy and paste into Google Sheets, into that API. It'll tell you where to get the plugin that you need to put into Google Sheets. It gives you the web link, all of that. So that's a really great way to do that. All I said is, hello, I need your help. I'm an Amazon seller. I have a Google Sheet with my exported Amazon pay-per-click advertising data. This includes keywords, bids, ACOS, and a bunch of other data. What's the easiest way for ChatGPT to analyze this Google Sheet and recommend what keywords I should change on my bids, or new keywords I should add to my campaigns, or even new campaigns to create? And I asked that, and you can see you'll need to share your Google Sheet and grant me access to it. You can do this by using Google Sheets API and Python and then running a script. So it literally tells you what to do step by step. You can see it like literally wrote out step by step what to do. So even if you're not a programmer, you don't know what to do, you literally can copy and paste and follow it step by step. And if something doesn't work, you can go back to that chat and say, okay, that didn't work. It gave me this result, and it will help you make the tweaks. Okay. So you can use it for anything. And if you're not sure, ask it. So this morning when I was developing that product, I said, okay, what if I wanted to make this an app instead of a physical product? And it walked me through step by step how I could build an app with no development experience and publish it on the App Store. So again, if you're not sure, just ask. This is incredible technology and it can help you along the way. All right. In your image generation, remember how I said like it's not great to take an existing image and import it in and try to change it, but it is great for backgrounds. So for your A+ content and stuff like that, you can actually look up under Explorer. This is Explorer. I searched for modern kitchen and look at all the great images that I found. So I can just use that prompt, create my own image, and you can actually give it dimensions. so that you're able to use it for your A plus content. You can give it specific pixel sizes or dimensions, aspect ratios. So if you need a modern kitchen picture that is this wide or this many pixels based on your A plus content, you can actually just do that in Midjourney. So that's really great. And then once you get that image, how do you edit it to put your product inside, right? You can actually use a free, if you don't have Photoshop, you can use a free image editor like Photopea. So this is a logo that I created using Midjourney, and I brought it into Photopea, and now I can actually change out and use all of these free tools to create the logo and change all the colors and the pictures and work with layers. You can also play around in Canva. I often will import things into Canva and add additional images, remove backgrounds. And then you could add your product or your logo to the image. So that's a really great way to utilize these tools, even though they're not great for your product yet. You can use it for backgrounds, and that's really, really awesome. Another thing that you can use is a tool called Neural.love. This tool actually uncrops an image. So let's say you have this image of, pancakes. You can load it into Neural.love and it will uncrop it. It'll fill in the sides. So if you have an image, let's say your photographer did your 7 images for your listing, you can now use this tool to use that same image and fill in the sides for your A plus content. It's very inexpensive. It's like $10 or something to uncrop a bunch of images. So that's really great. And then in Midjourney, as I mentioned, you can give it aspect ratio so that you get those great backgrounds. All right. And then growing your brand off of Amazon. This is the last part of my talk. I'm going to wrap it up here. If you want to create content, for years, I was like, wow, I would really love to do, I have a cat brand. I would really love to do funny cat quotes, like, silly things that a cat would say to a human, because, because cats are like, I don't know if you're a cat person, how cats are. But anyway, so I asked ChatGPT to come up with some funny quotes, and like that a cat would say to a human, and it did. It came up with all these quotes, and then I asked it to come up with actual posts for those quotes and image recommendations, as well as hashtags and emojis that I could use. And literally in within an hour, I had like 4 months of content. All the quotes that I needed, all the posts, all the hashtags, all the emojis, everything. And then I just passed that off to my team, and they went ahead and created the content calendar and got it done. So content for my brand, so easy. Another free tool that you can use is autosheets.ai. You can go to this website, autosheets.ai, and this really cool guy, he's actually speaking at my AI Business Summit, called Michael Hanley. He developed all these free sheets that you can use that create blogs for you. They utilize ChatGPT, but they create content for you on autopilot. So if you don't want to take all the time to kind of learn how to have that conversation with ChatGPT, you can use these free tools as well. All right. And last but not least, I am hosting an AI Business Summit from March 24th, or sorry, not March, May 24th to 25th. And that's going to be online. And you guys can use code Amazing AI to save $50 on your ticket. So you can get into that summit. It's a virtual summit, so you guys can watch it. But you can use Amazing AI to save $50 off your ticket at amazingathome.com/AI. Come and check it out. It's 2 days. We're going to have 16 speakers. Going to be really, really awesome. And you can hang out with us for 2 days and learn all these things in depth and more. And if you want these slides, here is the QR code for these slides. You can just scan that, and there's my web address. Thank you for having me.